time now for the Peter Channel Morning News on this Monday morning, October 10th, 2016. Good morning to you all on this lovely Monday morning, October 10th, 2016. Happy Columbus Day to you all on this Monday morning. Happy Thanksgiving to all my Canadian friends in United News and Lines that are top story at 8:32 on this Monday morning. It is St. Louis where Donald Trump issued a mistakable threat to Hillary Clinton Sunday night. Two missiles targeted a U.S. warship off the coast of Yemen on Sunday, but missed the vessel and hit the water, said Pentagon spokesman said. Amid the depressingly familiar horror of U.S. politics this weekend, you might have forgotten about it. Never disaster been news lately. Samsung Galaxy Note 7 crashes. Lakeland, Florida. Lewis admitted Melissa Shell Kid speaking to the daughter, saying without choking up how to each other. They spoke to her, hoping the daughter, Rebecca Kidnapper, would be listening. Stockholm, British-born Oliver Hart and Bengt Holmström on Finland when the Nobel Prize in Economics were shedding light on how contact people deal with a conflict of interest from CEO pay package and whatever to privatize the public service. A growing number of communities on the digital traditional Columbus Day holiday in favor of Indigenous Peoples Day, which supporters say the meaning of program to tell in the United States history and commemorate their resilience. Helicopters are ferrying in food and medicine into the devastated southwest 80, but almost a week after Hurricane Matthew's assault, life here is still far from the normal devastation of growing communities where 80 had arrived. At least 8 people were killed in North Carolina and 3 were killed in South Carolina by Hurricane Matthew's destructive force of bringing the storm's death toll to 19 across 4 southeastern states. Ethiopia is attracted as a favorite new destination for foreign investors as fast as businesses over $900 billion a year. Alico, Denangori, and Dutch food processors come under attack for grown political unrest. Over the weekend, Russia exercised its veto in Canada responsibly to block a draft security resolution that would have created an no-fly zone in the besieged city of Napa. 2 suspects in a white Massachusetts home invasion arrested in Virginia. Denver, Connecticut. Police in Denver are investigating the weekend shooting death of the women found in the South Street apartment. Senate Majority Leader John Flanagan thinks that the GOP will end in 2017 still in control of the chamber despite everything that has happened with Trump. Chicago Public Schools and its teachers union may make the final push to avert a Loomis record Tuesday with successing on each side's willingness to accept and advertising concessions. Big Up, the king in town was outside with a blood photo to the left side was ordered to reduce the condition called unstable by House officials. Leipzig, Germany, at Jeber al-Bakr, a Syrian refugee suspected of a jihadist bomb attack in Germany, was captured early Monday after a 2-day manhunt. Washington, 2 missiles were fired at a U.S. naval warship off the coast of Yemen Sunday, both of which missed it according to the Pentagon. Also, Washington. Lawyers for families of people who died during a mudslide in Washington more than 2 years ago announced that someone would have saved for $50 million on Sunday. Rutland, Massachusetts. Police say they used a police dog to track the Shrewsbury man's phone to find him in the morning. 8 hours after the city was wet, cold, and become lost in the wood area in Rutland. Police tell Fox 25 WFXT that the man's mother said she missed a call from her son early Sunday while they're told he wandered away from Bass Buddy. She said her phone died during the voicemail. Police make his phone to find his last known location and use the Peter Sam police spot out to track him. Brookline, one of India's largest colleges expected in the U.S. with a one purchase on one campus in New York and proposal by 2 more, drawing a position for the state of Massachusetts about equality. Mexico and peso resonating after Trump Clinton debate, not vulnerable to again. Atlantic City, New Jersey, Donald Trump opened his Taj Mahal Casino 36 call. The 8th one of the world, but his friend fell in their call account closed the Monday morning to make it the 5th casualty of Atlantic City. Big part of the media laugh as Deutsche Bank agonizes. Traders list potential as disappeared as Alphabet, Walt Disney, and Salesforce have reportedly reconsidered making a bid for the social media company. Seoul, Samsung Electronics Company, halt production is Galaxy Note 7 smartphone after reports of the phone's replacement batteries getting yacked. Savages in Norway, a patrol regulator in Norway, give consent to the stat order to start new surveys that enjoy its serve in the field, one of the larger new developments in the region. Hurricane Matthew blew the top of the historic rocket, tore out the roof of the house and used by the astronauts at the top of the Space Shuttle Air Gantry Arm and exhibit on the NASA's Kennedy Space Center in Florida. Topology is a branch of mathematics that deals with it and understands the shapes of the objects as the rest of the invariants that don't change when the shape is formed, like the number of holes in the. And I would check the ass. You've probably heard the bad news, but now the piece where recently it added the dangerous species list for the first time, but you had a part of 6% who share stories. When actually reading them, you might have missed it. Excellence of faster drugs to be the kidney cancer trial. Copenhagen, Denmark. Patient reported outcome of symptoms stabilizing and improving the patient when it recurred a metastatic index squamous cell carcinoma treated with never compared with the patient treated with investigative drugs. Many people get inspired when the doctor hands them a diabetes pre-diabetes diagnosis. They go to the doctor for routine checkup because of some specific complaint, such as back pain and fatigue, and the lab work comes back with a bad. Nestle recalls drumstick gas cream goes after listeria test. By his own mission, Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump's plan to combat the federal extreme by Benadryl Muslim spirit. The United States has more than extreme Bennett. In his second presidential debate, Donald Trump once again relied on many dubious and false claims that have been repeatedly written to the back that Mr. Trump says Mrs. Clinton wants empathy for everybody coming on over. Not a position, read more. As Hillary Clinton supports comprehensive legislation that would get significant increase in the border security to global water pathway. Peter Jones is now 8:39 on this Monday morning, and it's time now for spot time for New England is Lord Sport in Wakefield, Massachusetts, at the early border of Butternut Street and Buckstraw roll over to Sort of Massachusetts, 7 New York Street with wires and pull down. Peter Childers is now 8:39. Time for Sports Port last night to Boston. The New England Patriots defeated the Cleveland Browns 33-13 tonight. Sox and the Indians go ahead in game number 3 ALDS with the Red Sox on the brink of elimination today. Wanted to keep their alive. They need to win 3 games. Cowboy up for the Red Sox. Sunday night, and then familiar way for the Giants today. Lost for the third straight week, but the defeat the previous two in what respect. While Eric followed a rough game of Sunday night's loss to the Packers and had an ugly exchange with ESPN reported afterward. Peter Childers is 8:40 on this Monday morning, and it's time now for a Traffic Transit Report. Baby! Let's say I'm in MBTA where the red line breakthrough trains experienced minor delays on Monday both ways between JFK, UMass, and North Quincy. And on the Commuter Rail, Fitchburg train 43743 M from North Station up in 1020 Miss Piazza between Waltham and Fitchburg to the Big County issue. Fitchburg train 48 780 AM from Fitchburg operates 1020 Miss Piazza between Littleton and North Station and Fitchburg train 492 755 AM from Littleton 495 canceled due to a Big County issue. Train 48 being called local stops to Boston. Newburyport train 160 as about Newburyport is operating 25 minutes late due to later on with the outbound train. Newburyport train 155. 738, 78 from North Station on hour up 30 minutes beyond between Chelsea, Newburyport, and Newburyport Walkman train 192, 823 from Beverly is canceled today. Alternate passenger can take train 108, 815 AM from Buckport. Park Street 805, 728, 5 AM up on is operating 53 minutes beyond between 138 and Wickford Junction. Alright, highways and byways in New England on this Monday morning. 95 of the south side, a little sort of separate stretch, but Connecticut and Rhode Island highways are looking good. Interstate 84 westbound side, a little sort of the New York State border, went 684 after the Connecticut border. Highways and byways of Connecticut and Vermont, New Hampshire, made out looking good except for the Interstate 89 and southbound side, a little sort after the Canadian border up in Vermont and Interstate 87 of the southbound side, a little sort after the New York, the Canadian border up in upstate New York. And down in New York City, Long Expressway at the east side back to the Queens Crest out of the Expressway. Long Expressway west side back to the Developers all the way out to the Midtown Tunnel. Lincoln Tunnel westbound and eastbound side is a little slow. 470 on the northbound side a little slow. Approximately all the way to the Lower Manhattan. And FDR driving step outside a little slow upper east side. 95 at a step outside a little slow to the box. Peter Childers 842 on this. Monday morning, and it's time now for a weather report. And the latest on Nicole. It's their location 25.0 to the north, 65.2 to the west. Back sustained with a 65 miles per hour as a tropical storm and moving north at 7 miles an hour. Nicole moving slowly northward. Expect to stream by tonight. There are no coast waters and waters in effect at 5 p.m. Atlanta Standard Time. The center of tropical storm Nicole was located near latitude 25.0 to the north, 65.2 to the west. Nicole is moving toward the north near 7 miles an hour. And its general motion is expected to continue today. Turn toward the northwest expected to occur tonight, followed by turn toward the northwest on Tuesday. Maps the same with that. Remainder 65 miles an hour. Americas. Little changes to rain is expected today. Gradual straight is forecast begin tonight and continue into Tuesday. Nicole expected to become a hurricane again into Tuesday. Tropical to the force winds at 9 hours or 2 to 5 miles. From the center to turn minutes to the minute center temperature 99 millimeters or 29.21 inches. Surface swells will return to the Nicole and cross-travel cyclone Matthew should increase on Bermuda during the next couple of days, so swells will create surf conditions and rip currents. And please, for products issued by the Bermuda Weather Service, additional information. Frost advisory effect from 2 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time on Tuesday. It's hazardous weather outlook for the fire. Northern Connecticut, Eastern Massachusetts, Northeastern Massachusetts, Southeastern Massachusetts, Northern Rhode Island, and Southern Rhode Island. And day 1 day tonight, frost advisory. Day 2 for 7, Tuesday for Sunday, frost advisory. Southerly easterly swell associated with the cold expected to increase later in the week. We're web serving in the Monday night. Risk of rip currents, especially along the south coast. 7-day forecast goes like this. For Columbus State, sun's got about 59 degrees. North about 11 to 14 miles per hour. Gust tonight, 28 miles an hour for tonight. Close got about 32 degrees. North about 5 to 7 miles an hour for Tuesday. Sun's got about 62 degrees. Light off wind. Tonight, forecast about 38 degrees. Calm wind for Wednesday. Most sun's got about 66 degrees. Calm wind becoming in southeast wind 5 miles in the afternoon. Wednesday night. Punch back up to 2 a.m. wise. Most gusts about 47 degrees. Thursday, punch back before 10 a.m. wise. Punch sun's got about 69 degrees. Thursday night, forecast about 45 degrees. Friday, Saturday, most goods come out 60 about 36 degrees. Saturday, mostly Saturday, most goods come out 58 about 37 degrees. And for Sunday, most guys come about 62 degrees. Currently, not air, it is. First skies and the temperature 45 degrees with a humidity 82%. And that is going to be it for the Peter General Morning News on this October 10th, 2016 on a Monday on PUC. Good morning and a good day, and I'll see you at 12 noon for a noontime report. Have you a good morning.